5 trades WWE should make between SmackDown and Raw during the 2021 draft. With live fans back, WWE doesn't feel as stale as it did a few months ago. Nevertheless, SmackDown and Raw are still in need of change and freshness. WWE Draft gives the product a chance to make new storylines and rejuvenate characters for a fresh cycle. While not confirmed by the company, WWE plans to hold the 2021 draft at the start of October following the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, which is set for September 26. As a result, several stories on Raw and SmackDown have enough time to be wrapped up in time for a change in landscape. Whether due to a lack of growth opportunities or the need for a new environment, quite a few superstars need to switch brands during the WWE draft. Every moving superstar will need a replacement heading in the other direction. With this in mind, we have proposed 5 roster trades WWE should make between Raw and SmackDown in the upcoming draft. Number 5, Bianca Belair to WWE Raw, Alexa Bliss to WWE SmackDown. Bianca Belair is likely to face Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's Championship, presumably at Extreme Rules. However, with the arrival of Lynch, it is safe to presume that she might hold onto the title for a while, building other babyface stars like Liv Morgan and Toni Storm in the process. Belair is already established and would need to move away from Becky Lynch to remain on top. The EST of WWE should switch brands after losing to Becky Lynch once again and go after the Raw Women's Championship within a few months, feuding with Charlotte Flair in the process. Meanwhile, the Queen must not lose her title in her budding feud with Alexa Bliss. The only rationale behind a switch to SmackDown for Bliss is so she can have a complete character reset, either as the goddess or something less hokey than her Lily shtick. Her current character is not working and she should not become Raw Women's Champion under it. Number 4. The Street Profits to WWE Raw, Viking Raiders to WWE SmackDown. If Bianca Belair moves from SmackDown to Raw during the WWE draft, this move will likely happen by default. The Street Profits may also switch brands, as Montez Ford is married to Belair. WWE might be planning for the same, too, following the ending of this week's SmackDown. The Street Profits have seemingly begun a feud with the Usos over the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. That could wrap up in time for October's draft, which could see Ford and Dawkins move to Raw. Meanwhile, SmackDown will need a strong babyface team to replace the Street Profits. The Viking Raiders can fill that spot. Having recently challenged AJ Styles and Omos for the Raw Tag Team Championship, Eric and Ivar may have hit their ceiling on the red brand. The two could be formidable challengers for the Usos, while the Street Profits light up Raw's tag team division. This move helps in maintaining the balance of the tag team rosters on either brand, while keeping the wheel turning. Number 3. Apollo Crews to WWE Raw, Sheamus to WWE SmackDown. Sheamus has enjoyed a WWE career renaissance on Raw, and the logical move would be for him to move to SmackDown soon. While the former United States champion has carried several interesting stories on the red brand, fresh opportunities await him on Friday nights. The Celtic Warrior can continue his run of hard-hitting showcases on SmackDown, possibly against Cesaro. Sheamus can face his former tag team partner or reunite with him. He can also fulfill his prophecy to win the Grand Slam and become Intercontinental Champion if he returns to the blue brand via the WWE Draft. With Sheamus having potential on SmackDown, Raw will need a dependable heel to take his place. Apollo Crews could be that man. He has also likely met the ceiling on his current brand, having reigned with the Intercontinental title for 4 months after winning it at WrestleMania. Crews and Commander Aziz could be a solid addition to the midcard or in Raw's tag team division. Number 2, Kevin Owens to WWE Raw, The Miz to WWE SmackDown. It seems like these two always move across Raw and SmackDown whenever WWE holds a draft or superstar shakeup. Kevin Owens and The Miz have never been drafted to the same brand, likely because of their reliability in several areas. The Miz turned on John Morrison this past week and looks set to add a serious layer to his character. This is encouraging news, as The Miz was one of the top stars on SmackDown. The Awesome One could go after the Intercontinental Championship once again. With The Miz looking to go on another stellar run on SmackDown, Kevin Owens desperately needs to move away from the blue brand. He has done everything possible on the show, from challenging Roman Reigns and facing Sami Zayn to commentary for the full show. Raw needs top babyfaces, which allows Owens an opening towards the top of the card. Nobody would be against him dethroning Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship, although the United States Championship is a likelier prospect for KO. Number 1, Big E to WWE Raw, Drew McIntyre to WWE SmackDown. If only one of these roster trades happens between Raw and SmackDown during the 2021 WWE Draft, it has to be this one. Both superstars need the switch, for the sake of themselves and their brands. Drew McIntyre should not stay on Monday nights beyond October. The Scottish Warrior cannot challenge for the WWE Championship while Bobby Lashley still has it. Meanwhile, his non-title stories have not been up to the mark. McIntyre desperately needs a new pool of superstars to feud with, having exhausted all possible options on Raw. He can even be a potential opponent for Roman Reigns down the line, whose Universal Championship reign is seemingly unstoppable. This is why Big E also needs to switch brands. The Money in the Bank winner should cash in his contract on Lashley. A move to Raw takes him one step closer to the almighty WWE Champion, as well as his New Day brothers. Big E can fill the main event babyface spot on the red brand and instantly become WWE Champion, while Drew McIntyre is fresh once again on SmackDown. This trade would be win-win-win. For Raw, SmackDown, and the fans. Nikki ASH wants to form her own faction comprising of superheroes. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate whenever you hit that like thumb or share your views in the comments. Please like and comment. Subscribe as well for the latest in WWE entertainment.